Hello everybody, welcome to G for G here on YouTube. Today's background music is brought to you by No Copyright Sounds, one of their playlists. Today we're taking a look at Marvel Future Fight as the new Spider-Man update is available. Honestly, just from what I've seen in the previews, and I don't mean the actual action, the suit in combat or anything, but I sort of hate this uniform. It just seems so homegrown. I mean, it reminds me a lot of Scarlet Spider, but when I see it, it just seems like it's something that was cobbled together. It just looks like bleh, like sweatsuit Spider-Man. But, you know, you have to respect all the suits. It's just one that I happen to dislike. The goggles are kind of cool. I was not that big of a fan of his uniform in Civil War. I hated the eye area. It was, I don't know, it's too much black. But I'm loading the game for the first time, so let's see what we've got. Now, I was told to hold off and not use my 20 bios until after the patch, so apparently we have a new bio screen over here. There's Vulture. He is apparently exclusive to bios, and that's classic Vulture right there. That is definitely not movie Vulture. That is the Vulture we've always seen. I think it's kind of cool that all the exclusives are right in front. That's pretty cool. That's a good organization. Although, to people who are not getting the bios regularly, that might be a smack in the face. It's like, hey, here's all the shit you are not paying for. There's my Spider-Man. I think I accidentally recently took some of his bios and siphoned them off to Corvus. Maybe not. I have to see how many stars he is. I think I just recently got him a decent uniform, but it does not show uniforms on the screen. This is their default. I just want to see if there's anybody else here. I'm probably going to dump it on Vulture. But let's just see. I mean, I could always hold off and see if there's a quest that's like, hey, you know, recruit so-and-so, and I skip it by the 20, but so far, yep, there we go. Okay, so, alright, you know what? I'm going to cancel it for now. Opportunity to get 6-star characters. A shortcut to upgrading quickly the VIP pack. Oh, okay, so this is just a new fancy screen of what we've seen before. I like it. Pretty cool. Nice, very upgraded graphics there. $7.50. Yeah, you know what? Let's obviously we just gotta do it. Hate the look of it. I'm gonna do it. My crystals are high right now. Anyway. Ooh, wow. Oh, so that's probably movie Vulture right there. From what I've seen of the clips and everything. So let's see if my guesses were right. On who's gonna be what. So, here's my main team right now because Doctor Strange is not available in this PvP, so he's out. So that's my PvP team right now. This is one leveling team. I'm leveling Hoodie Luke and Elektra. Apparently Luke is good for, like, Alliance, Conquest, and everything because he is the destroyer of physical damage. He reflects physical damage, so it's like a good anti-Wolverine and everything. Here's another leveling team of Beast and Storm. Alright, let's scroll all the way to the end and see if my guesses were right on people. So, Mysterio, I said either Blaster or possibly lightly universal. I was right on Blaster. Kraven is speed. Vulture is speed. Lizard, Rhino, and Sandman as combat. Fucking called it. Nice. I gave the chance for Mysterio to be a blaster. I knew they were going to keep the blasters low because it seemed very high in the X-Men with Storm, Cyclops, and Magneto. Combat with Beast and Wolverine and only speed coming out of Rogue. I thought maybe we'd get a little bit more speed out of this, but they're all villains and we get a speed hero day, so let's take a look at everything. Kraven, available in missions. Lizard, available in missions. Mysterio, available in missions. Rhino, available in missions. So far, so good. Sandman, in missions. Vulture, as a enemy shifter, or your login bonus. Oh, Anti-Venom. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, this one. So, this is a change to Venom. A lot of people, I would say, like, a lot of people who kind of probably don't know as much about the game have very high-powered Venoms. Because he's attractive to a lot of people who just get in the game. When you start hearing a lot of veteran advice, you don't go near Venom that much, although I use him fairly often as a team-up. But those of us who played Marvel Avengers Alliance, we certainly know Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom, when he was released, was a destructive force of nature. If you paired him up with Bleeders, he was very good. If you paired him up with Beast, he made you shit your pants. Like, if you dropped into PvP and you saw an Anti-Venom and a Beast drop down, a Pestilence Beast drop down in those early days, you were probably like, that's it. I want to go put this on autoplay and make myself a peanut butter and fucking jelly sandwich, because it's going to be awful. Even later on, he was still a little scary. I believe he was an opportunity exploiter also. So he liked bleeds, and he was an opportunist. And he also had, one of the most interesting things in the game is you had Doom. That if you put Doom on somebody, but it was cleansed before it went off, it procced. So it was a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing for a little while. Because there used to be no counter to Doom in the beginning. So you either had to let it tick, or you cleansed it early, you took a big pop. Well, Anti-Venom had that cleanse ability that said, hey, enemy team or enemy person, all your debuffs and buffs are removed. So you could put genetically altered on somebody, or you could put Doom on somebody, use Anti-Venom to cleanse it, and force the pop. It was a very interesting mechanic, and I loved it. It was a great piece of mental chess. But, yeah, so we're going to get this too. Activation rate, 30% when hit, applies to all allies, recovers 15% max hit points. That's going to be really good. I think, yeah, he's going to be worth some boosts. I know of some people in Adamantium Process that are saying they're going to drop a mythic ticket on him. I unfortunately dropped my mythic ticket on Sharog, which, I mean, I'm going to get mileage out of that, let's be honest. There's Sandman, classic. Looks like he did in Spider-Man 3. But, my Venom, he's up there, but he's not, like, super up there. I know I got him in range to be used as some team-ups. So here's the new Spider-Man. We do have some missions where we could get his bios if you want to work him up a little bit. And plus, you know, he can inherit your regular bios and everything. Oh, I was still using the classic. Oh, I know. I was thinking about getting him a suit, but I held off knowing that a new one was coming. So, dodge rate goes up. Web Blast applies to enemies. Web for 3 seconds. Physical damage. Web Slinger. Web fling, another web. So he's got at least 2 web abilities over there. Kind of what you would expect. Web blast, web swing kick, web slinger, spider sense, where he himself is immune to web snares and stuns. Wow. That is... wow. You wouldn't have to waste snare and stun obelisks on him if you used him on things. That's pretty cool. Great responsibility. Applies to self. 2-second increased duration of web. Increases the guaranteed dodge rate. And Amazing Spider-Man dodge rate. So I would say maybe Power the Angry Hulk with a dodge obelisk and a damage proc on it would be pretty good for him. He might be worth something there. Anti-Venom should stick out. There he is. God, look at that thumbnail. Let's go back and look at that thumbnail. Beautiful. Vicious and crazy as hell, which is what we know him to be. His bios, he has 2 missions, Dark Street and Doc Ock Unleashed. Of course, he can inherit regular bios. He's pretty close for me to a 6-star. I might work on him a little bit. He has a recovery rate. It ignores dodge rate. Physical damage. Tendril Spike. Recovers hit points equal to 3% of the damage dealt to a target. Cannot recover. So, I would say an obelisk with a recovery rate and a damage proc. And again, maybe Power of the Angry Hulk. And use this whenever your stuff procs to get huge healing. Parasitic Shot. Infestation. Increases character saw. Wow! God, that's going to be big. Deadly Maw. Another hit point recovery. Another hit point recovery. God damn it, he's going to be fantastic. I suddenly want to T2 him. I had been using Marvel Zombies for a little bit, and you can see he's got use somewhere along the way, but wow. I hope is he going to be a hero? Combat Human Male Superhero. Combat Hero Day. Interesting. I mean, I don't think you can replace Wolverine. God, you gotta feel bad for Combat Hero Day, people. Just when you're it's been in such turmoil lately because we had Agvi show up and he was really good. Then you had Wolverine go, excuse me, and push him to the side and do a really good job. Even though people are like, oh, I don't know if he's got the AoE for it. He's nearly invincible when he does it. So he can afford to take hits in there. And now we have Anti-Venom. With his amazing recovery rate, he's probably going to be invincible too. Crazy. Here's Kraven. Let's tier 2 him so we can see everything. Leadership, critical damage. Now, I guess that he might have traps and like poison abilities or some kind of a dot. So let's see. Activation rate 30% when attacking. Decrease all defenses. Okay. T2 apply to self. Ignores target dodge rate. Guaranteed crit. Increased skill damage. Not that much to write home about. I mean, it's a nice proc, but it's not the best I've seen. Hunter's Tactics. A blind. Okay. Poaching. Beast Call. Not a summon. It sounds like it's summoned, but it's not saying that it is. Trap Snare. Okay, I had guessed that he would have some kind of a trap. And a stun. It's okay. I mean, I don't think it's great, at least right now, but we'll see. I had predicted that Lizard would have some kind of regeneration. And a tail swipe. Maybe like a slashing bleed. Let's see what we get out of here. Leadership. Physical attack. Okay, we've got a bunch of those. Alright. There it is. Recovery rate. Increase active buff. Cool. I guess that's a permanent thing, so maybe that'll increase his reptile regeneration. Lizard Chomp. Tail Slice. So there's... Okay, there's a tail swipe. Toxic Spit. Increase attack speed, physical attack, poison damage. I kind of thought Kraven would get it, but okay. It makes sense for Lizard to have it. Scale Slalom. Reptile Instinct. Decrease all damage. Increase all attack and increase size. So we have another size proc person. That's kind of interesting. Mysterio, I had guessed that we would have some kind of, like, fog or a disorient, kind of like Enchantress or like a mind control or something here. So let's see what we get. Decrease all skill cooldowns. That's pretty cool. Activation rate, a silence. Okay. Increase mind damage. So there's a good mind obelisk and all your mind strikers when you're doing stuff. Increase all attacks, defenses, speeds. Wow. He might be pretty good. So maybe he's going to go the route of a summoner. Mind damage. Illusion with misdirection. Okay. Kind of what I thought, but a little bit of a different execution. Either a parachute bomb minion or meteor will appear and attack the enemy. Okay, alright, another illusion type of thing. Mind damage. So he has some of what I thought he would get, but a little bit of a different implementation. Rhino, I just kind of predicted he would be combat, have some kind of a charge. Pretty cool looking outfit for him. All allies ignore defense. That's cool. You don't see that too often. That can make up for some shitty cards and Urus. Super armor. Okay. Increase all attack speed. Barrier penetration. Ooh. Decrease the effect of reflect. And anti-reflect. Just as people start and it enhances Rhino Hide. So that's kind of hysterical. Just as people start getting over to like, oh, I'm going to use Luke Cage to counter Wolverine. Here comes Rhino going, fuck you. Wow. Decreases the effective reflect by 100%. Rhino charge, there it is. Guards against only one hit, but maybe it'll have an iframe in there. Rhino roar. Increase physical attack. He's got a stun. Yeah, he might get used for something. Depends on if he has iframes. Sandman. So a lot of us had predicted Sandman was going to be an ass kicker. He actually, wow, he really does look like the actor who played him in Spider-Man 3, doesn't he? Very, very classic Spider-Man. Sandman over there. That's cool. Increase all defenses. Yep. Kind of thought that would happen. Chance to be immune to... Yep. Predicted that. Pieces of sand fall off. Touching them. Wow. So he's got like a car... I called this. Nice. I called it that he was going to have a puddle proc like Carnage. I didn't think it would heal from it. I thought it would maybe be offensive like a slow or something. But yep. Fucking called that. Decrease all damage, increase skill damage. Okay. Super armor, character size again. Sandstorm, sand wave, 50% chance. Wow. Yeah, so we predicted Sandman might make an impact. I think he will. Honestly. That seems pretty good. We'll consider, alright, we will consider off of the suit. Rather than the classic, we'll go off of the suit. Let's see if anything changes. Yeah, they all look like they change. We'll just dive into the suit for now, rather than dive into the classic. Leadership, dodge rate and critical rate, but I will just see if his leadership changes. Dodge rate, okay. It doesn't. Ignore defense. That's pretty cool. Skill damage, dodge, crit. Stunt flying. So I had predicted he was going to have some kind of a swoop and maybe like a wing barrage, like a razor barrage or something. Sharp feather. Okay, you maybe can call that one the barrage. Air pursuit. That sounds like a flight one. Talon toss. Deadly feather. Let me just take a look at the other one just to see. Stunt flying. Sharp feather. Sky bombs. Ooh. Burn damage. Hey, that sounds better than the uniform. Rising wind. Vulture's wrath. Stunt flying. So there's the bleed. Okay. There's a bleed, which I kind of predicted. I didn't predict sky bombs, but... Damn! His classic might even be better. Huh. That's a tough call. His ugly mug might be better than his uniform over there. You get a burn and a bleed. Might be very, very good for kiting. Alright, stories, daily specials, dimensions. Is he in special? Yep, there it is. Is there a quest? Oh, wow. We got a quest over here. So we're getting some clear tickets, some obelisks, energy, Norns. Okay, nothing particularly crazy. Obviously, you know, you want to turn it on if you're going to be doing Spider-Man specials. Clear special. I mean, you do the first one on level 1, you'll always get that special easy. It looks like hidden routes are making a comeback, though. It goes up to 150. Nothing character related, which is pretty cool. So you're not, like, forced into it, but... Yeah, so Sandman first. And we've got Lizard, Kraven, Rhino, and Mysterio. I would say, if I had to pick somebody to work on right away, probably Sandman. Out of all the new guys, if I was like to focus on somebody, I would probably say Sandman first. Let's see, who after that? I'm kind of curious as to what Mysterio does. Kraven is probably going to be last. And then there's a big fight for the middle of the pack over here. I'd say Sandman first, Kraven last. And then, man, that middle of the pack, I don't know. I don't know who I would pick. I honestly kind of want to play around with Vulture without his suit. The burns and bleeds. Lizard's got nice regeneration. Probably Rhino. I would say Rhino maybe second after Sandman. I'm front-loading a lot of combat. But, I mean, yeah, let's point out something over here. If we go to Enter, Arena, Alliance Battle, Weekly Schedule. Now remember, everybody's a villain in this. Except for the uniform. So, we have Universal Supervillain, not affected. Female, not affected. Supervillain, plenty of effect over there. Speed Superhero, not affected, other than Spider-Man's new suit. But Kid Kaiju is my go-to for that one. Laggy, but he's my go-to. No Criteria is affected. Combat Supervillain is affected. Potentially. Carnage kind of rules that one, but Carnage is probably going to get bumped. Not by Anti-Venom, we know that. But the new guys, Sandman might come into this. Maybe Rhino. Probably Sandman and Lizard. They'll probably have some kind of a Sinister Six team up. All combat will be affected. And no criteria could be affected. Blast? Probably not. I mean, that's hard to dethrone Magneto and Doctor Strange, and Enchantress, and Sharog. I mean, you got a lot of people that are the top in Blast. It's going to be hard to knock off. Universal Superhero's not affected. Speed is affected. Combat Superhero is not really affected except for Anti-Venom's uniform. Blast Male, Mysterio might be in there. I'm not too sure that I see it again. Doctor Strange, big person for that. Magneto, I think, is also pretty solid. I've had a lot of fun with him in the ABs. And then, you know, back to female and supervillain Universal. So they may have an effect on some days, but not the biggest. Do they have a big of effect as the X-Men? I think Wolverine has a huge effect on AB and ABEX with the mutants. Similarly, on the Blast side, Magneto, I think, has a little bit of effect. It's just Blast is such a very crowded category of very, very good people and very entrenched people. Universals, you have your Dormammus, your Odins, the native T2s. That's another tough one to break into, but we didn't get any of those, so... I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on Vulture, just to unlock him. Because the good thing is, you know, once you get him... And where did he... Oh, yeah, he's going to be... He's all the way over in the beginning. So I got the uniform before I unlocked him. I wonder if it's going to have it as a default, or it has it as a default, but the uniform should be there. Didn't I? Hi. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Did I wait? Wow, I'm gonna have to look at the beginning of the video. I thought I already purchased it, just... Applies to self. Superhero type damage. Interesting. I need to check to see at the beginning of the video if I purchased the uniform, because it's not available, and I thought I just immediately did it. If so, I might have to put in a ticket and get my $750 back. I know it was 9,000 something. Was I at 9,001? I don't know. Huh. I'm gonna have to check that out. But I kind of like the default suit anyway, but that's a very interesting suit passive over there. That looks like, God, it looks like a little bit like the possessed pistol. Sort of. No, well, not the... It does remind me of an MAA gun. I'm not really placing it right now, but it seems kind of like a mishmash of several of the MAA guns over there. Alright, well, that is pretty much it for the new Spider-Man Homecoming update. We've got new suits for Vulture, Spider-Man, and Venom changes into Anti-Venom. I think that's going to be... Oh, that's who it was. Okay. I didn't get Vulture. I got Spider-Man and I got Venom. Those were the first two that I purchased. Okay, cool. I'm with myself now. So, looks like I don't have any Mastery tickets. Do I have any rank up tickets? Yeah, I can 6-star him immediately. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I would, though. I feel like I would want to save it for some of the others after I recruit them. Human male supervillain. Alright guys, thanks for checking out the Spider-Man Homecoming update over here. Thanks again to No Copyright Sounds for some background music today. let me know who you think comes out as the strongest in this. Putting the uniforms aside, think of just the new characters. I'm going to say Sandman. After that, I don't really know who I'm deciding. I'm going to put, like I said, I'm going to put Kraven kind of low on that, but I think Sandman is definitely first. Maybe Rhino second. Then there's just a giant, like, 52-way tie for third place there. But yeah, let me know what you think. Who are you excited for? Are the characters turning out the way you thought they would? And, you know, are you disappointed or super excited for anybody? I'm super excited for Anti-Venom. I think he's gonna make a splash, and I think I'm interested in seeing what Mysterio does. Spider-Man's uniform, I don't really know about, but fucking Anti-Venom, man. That's the shit right there. See you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the video.